Well, hello. It is Tease. Good day. Good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. I want to try to spit this out in one breath. But basically, one of the main issues, what's wrong with the world, and I can only speak for my group, which is the quote unquote black people, the melanated people, the niggers as you know them. What I can say is the problem with the world, as far as why we're in trouble right now, is because our men are not men anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't know what we got put in the water. I don't know what happened to who. But somewhere down the line, by the time we get to this point, I can say with a straight face, and others can say with a straight face, that men are not men anymore. And you can say, oh, how is that true? I'm a man. How can you say I'm not a man? I'm a man, I got a penis. And it's like, but it's like, what are you doing with that? What do you do with your strength? What do you do with your purpose? Hell, what do you do with that penis? You see what I'm saying? Because you damn sure ain't giving it to the women. You know, I'm gonna try to stay focused. But I say that because I'm thinking what's going on with a lot of the men, if not most of the men, the melanated men. And I can only speak off of experience. And I can't speak for men because I don't, like I said, I'm not a man suffering from, I'm not suffering with my sexuality as a man. I am not a man, but I can, based off of my experience with men and me seeing men on TV and what men look up to, it's giving me homosexual. So if you ask me, most men are homosexual. Shut up and listen. Most men are homosexual. And also too, most men have something going on that they're not willing to talk about, or they won't talk about. And then this could be sexual assault. Maybe something happened to you as a child. Hell, maybe something happened to you with that nigga with titties. Maybe something happened to you in jail. Maybe something happened at home. Whatever it is that pertains to you. I believe most men, I don't want to say all, I don't think all men had their butts tickled, but I believe most men got something going on that got them questioning their sexuality. And hell, they probably don't necessarily have to be sexual. It could be maybe something's in the air. Something made me feel away. Something made me look at Kevin Samuels with the twinkle in my eye. That's number two. When I say when you look at what men look up to, most men flock to Kevin Samuels, whether because they agree with him or that's really their godfather, like that's their role model. And if you literally do the science behind Kevin Samuels, dead or not, his three descriptions would be petite, dead, and homosexual. And that's just 3 words off the top of my head. As far as just to describe him from the outside looking in to the naked eye. Petite, dead, and homosexual. And this is not to be funny or disrespectful. He's literally petite. He's probably maybe 120 soaking wet, maybe. So scrawny, if you will. And he is dead. He died taking his own advice. I'm gonna make this short and sweet so y'all don't feel offended. And then also homosexual. You have to do your research. So basically, this is the same man that's pretty much saying, hey, for the men, these women, they're out of order. They don't get right. They don't want to get right. Y'all may have to turn the other men and start kissing other men. Basically saying, leave these bitches alone. You see Chuck's fine ass over there? Don't be stupid. That's what he said in so many words. You do your own research because y'all don't understand what time it is. But that's another reason. And then also too, it's like the men who consider quote unquote real men are supposed to be the quote unquote masculine, the man that feel like he has the right to tell women about themselves. If you literally zoom in on those men, they are literally suffering from their sexuality. There's a gentleman named Angry Man. I'm sure you guys know him. I'm sure y'all look up to him too. But this dude, like, first of all, he rubs me the wrong way. I don't like him, not because what he says, because I'm one to, if you give me the nasty naked truth and it's the truth, or if there's something where you're right, I will receive that message. But with him, he just rubs me the wrong way. Not only is he funny looking, it's like he just got, his spirit is weird. And he gives me the Jezebel spirit. Like the one that's kind of sassy, but dangerous. Kind of like, he probably the type that probably will use deadly force on a woman. But basically, he was watching a video where he was giving his input on the guy. A guy was being silly with food. Somebody was eating food. He had it as a short. Some guy was eating food and he was just laughing at this guy reacting to somebody. He was like, so he was just so giddied and tickled about this guy laughing at how somebody's eating food. And then I'm thinking the part that was the kicker for me, where I was just too through, was with that cigar. And okay, men smoke cigars, big deal. And I'm not talking about them black and mild. I'm talking about a very questionable cigar. If you call yourself a real man, you would question your sexuality if you're inserting a penis-sized cigar in your mouth with your lips perfectly wrapped around it. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Like it's just some things that men shouldn't do. Just like what men, I've seen some other grown ass men getting online and not as part of LGBT, grown ass quote unquote masculine men getting online, suckling on lollipops in a very questionable manner. Like I say, so it's the little nasty things that you guys do to where it just gives such huge red flags. And I'm thinking, this is what's wrong with the world. This is why men are comfortable with arguing with women, because there ain't no damn difference. That's why men are comfortable enough for calling women masculine, because we're pretty much we are pretty much neck and neck. Like that man that will go neck and neck with you, he can relate to you, because there is a whole lot of femininity on his side. And hell, maybe the women are lacking femininity, but it's that man that's carrying and sucking up all your femininity. That's a red flag. But instead of us saying, hey, what's going on here, or why that man so flimsy, or why is this we okay with it's just being guy on guy, even when it's okay, leave the women alone. Okay, it's not leave the women alone and help her get well or to see what's wrong. No, it's leave the women alone. You can talk about her, but you can't help her. You see what I'm saying? Y'all have no problem getting online and telling the world what's wrong with these black women, but not one man hopped online and say, hey, help that woman. When you see a woman with no clothes on, immediately throw a jacket over her, or no, they don't do that. But they will, and then they'll even go as far as saying there's no hope for these women. Okay, let's just say the women are so out of control, there's no hope for them. Again, what they won't do is help that woman. You see what I'm saying? They feel more comfortable fighting with her because they feel like, okay, that's my competition. Who that bitch thinks she? Like, y'all giving me RuPaul. Matter of fact, worse than y'all giving me past RuPaul. Y'all giving me the Baphomet. Like, I'm not being funny when most of y'all got that Baphomet spirit. The nigga with titties. That's the one. That's the one that's in competition with the woman. You thought you had to rate. No, it ain't women hating on other. It's that nigga with titties. His competition is the woman he can't stand. Well, that's who he want to be. That's why he got that lipstick on. That's why he out here sucking up on a penis. He wants to be a woman. You see what I'm saying? So y'all better be very careful. That's why I say it's not appropriate for a man to be going back and forth with women. I don't care how reckless the women are, because they are very trifling. Don't you get me wrong. Women are reckless. But there's ways of doing things. Just like how the men are reckless, I wouldn't feel comfortable going neck and neck with you. I would tell you about yourself. Hey man, that's not masculine what you're doing. You're looking very spaghetti out there. I didn't like the way you're suckling on that cigar, that lollipop. That's not appropriate. You see what I'm saying? Skinny jeans? Sir, you okay with pointing your foot to put on pants to squeeze and swivel and shimmy into those? You see what I'm saying? You think that's appropriate? And I don't care how skinny you are. I don't care how much you resemble Kevin Samuels. You think that petite, feminine, soft look is cute? No. Men are supposed to be rough and tough, dirty, protectors, strong. And don't y'all get turned on as I describe a real man. You see what I'm saying? It's like y'all lost yourselves. And again, I would say, get to the bottom of what's got you questioning your sexuality. Because I can promise you, it's coming out through the pores. You see what I'm saying? If you don't get help for that, it will start coming out through the... Hell, you're going to take Kevin Samuels' advice if you don't get help for it. Because all it takes is that one man that will listen, and he is strong. Trust me, it's the ones with the muscles that you got to watch out for. Those are not your masculine men. Those are not your real men. Those are the ones that will be rolling with another man. And like I say, even your quote-unquote righteous man, there's a few Israelites that are guilty of this. If the woman don't get right, do this, or go run to this, or, you know. So basically, you're letting the world know again that you're not a man. You don't have control. If you don't have your women in check, you're not in control. I don't care how off the chain you're just as off the chain as she is. Like I said, if you got time to go back and forth with her, if you can identify her flaws, then you might want to identify what's going on with you. It's obviously something, even if she's totally wrong, she's out of control. What is it about you where she's comfortable with being out of control? You're out of order. It starts at home. If you're supposed to be the leader and shit is wild, do the math on what's going on with these quote-unquote leaders calling themselves men these days. You see what I'm saying? Do the math. Y'all don't want to see yourself. All you see are the women. You don't see the reason why the women are wild. You don't see why the women are single mothers. No, you don't see that. Because you don't want to face the music. And the music is, most of y'all are suffering from your sexuality. You're suffering, you're battling your sexuality. Most of y'all, if not all of y'all, are homosexual. You dare not talk about it. Now you can give signs and wonders. Like I say, you can be flimsy like Kevin Samuels, but you're just not gonna come out. You see what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Take heed to what the hell I'm saying, because I don't say nothing just to be talking. But that's what I'm saying, because I know what the hell's going on. I can see both sides, and I know what the hell's wrong with the men. I know what's wrong with the women. And accountability needs to be put on the line too, because for some reason we just know accountability is, ooh, that's a cootie, ooh, don't touch it, it's COVID. But y'all sissy, sassy ass men, y'all might want to go, like Dr. Umar said, go get some testosterone shots. Do something. I'll look up a list of fruits and vegetables that you can eat, or perhaps something that that you can do that'll boost testosterone, or even some rituals. This is how you can give the women back her femininity. Women, this is how you can give the men back their masculinity. You see what I'm saying? If we even got to go as far as doing rituals, or hell, even beating it out of you. I think back in the day too, if you come around with that flimsy shit, they did something called electric shock therapy or something. If we have to go back old fashioned, old school, we will. But whatever's going on at a time such as this, we need to wake up and smell the roses. Things are not looking right. Men's wrists, no. Unbend your wrist. Spit the dicks out. Stop fighting with women. It's not appropriate for men, okay? Thank you. Be well, be safe.